Welcome to this module on late antiquity. The general prosperity was specially marked in the East, where the population was still expanding till the 6th century, despite of the impact of the plague which affected the Mediterranean in the 540s. So the nation or the empire started to experience the growth of the population during the period from 5th century, and it continued till the 6th century, despite they have the impact of the epidemic plague which affected the Mediterranean region in the 540s. In the west, by contrast, the empire was fragmented politically as Germanic groups. From the north, Goths, Vandals, Lombards, etc., took over all the major provinces and established the kingdoms that are best described as Roman or the post Roman. So, on the eastern side, there was an expansion and there is a prosperity that is going. Well, in the west, the empire was broken into small fragments due to the conflicts between the tribal groups, and the major provinces were taken over by them, and it is described as post Roman period. The most important of these were the Visigoths in Spain, the Spanish region, destroyed by the Arabs between 711 and 720, that of Franks in the Gaul between 511 to 687, and that of the Lombards in Italy 568 to 774. So these were the major regions which were attacked by the other rulers, and they destroyed the Roman setup. These kingdoms foreshadowed the beginnings of different kinds of the worlds that is usually called the medieval. So these were seen as a short run before the larger empires as established in the European region. In the east, where the empire still remained united under the reign of the Justinian, in the higher water mark of prosperity and the imperial ambition, Justinian recaptured Africa from the Vandals, but his recovery of Italy left the country devastated and paved the way for the Lombardy invasion. So one side he was successful while he recaptured Africa, while his recovery of Italy left the country devastated, and it laid the way for Lombard invasions. By the early 7th century, the war between the Rome and Iran had flared up again, and the Sasanians, who had ruled Iran since the 3rd century, launched a wholesale invasion of the major eastern provinces. They started to attack all the major eastern provinces from Iran on the eastern border. When the Byzantium, as the Roman Empire was now increasingly known, recovered these provinces in 620s, it was just few years away, literally from the final major blow which came this time from the southeast, that is the expansion of Islam from its beginning in Arabia had been called the greatest political revolution ever to occur in the history of the ancient world. By 642, barely 10 years after the Prophet Muhammad's death, large parts of both the Eastern Roman and the Sasanian empires had fallen to the Arabs in a series of stunning confrontations, as you can see the Arabian regions, Mecca and Medina here. However, we should bear in mind in that these conquests, which eventually extended as far afield as Spain, Sindh, and Central Asia, began in fact with the subjection of the Arab tribes by emerging an Islamic state, first within Arabia, then in Syrian deserts and on the fringes of Iraq. With this, the influence of the Romans came down and it got confined only to the Roman territory, and the Arabians' influence started to spread over in most parts of the once upon a time the Roman Empire. That's all we have in this course. Stay tuned. We'll come up with a new course very soon. Thank you for staying with us.